Hello and welcome to the Sewing Studio. This is month 2 of our mystery block of the month, and this month we're making this gorgeous little gingerbread man. So let's just have a recap. So you may remember last month we did the Christmas tree, and this month we're doing the gingerbread man. So you'll need a piece of cream fabric for the background. Now you'll notice that I've actually chosen a different fabric to my tree fabric. That's because I'm going to do lots of different creams, but you can do all the same, it's up to you. But I just like to see a variation on the background so you can differentiate between each block. So with your gingerbread man, I've made him using a scrap of wool from our wool felt scrap bags. However, you can make him using regular felt, or you can make him using fabric. So the one I'm going to demonstrate today, I'm going to make him out of fabric. And all I've done is I've decorated him with some buttons. So black buttons for his eyes, buttons down his tummy. I did have this button, which is quite an old one, which is like a spoon. So I thought that was quite fun that he was holding this spoon. And I've drawn on his face with a pen, but I've actually decided I'm going to embroider his mouth because it doesn't show up very well. So I'm just going to do a back stitch to create his mouth. As I said to you last time, it's probably as well not to put your decorations and embellishments on until the very end. Once it's all been joined together and quilted it, the last thing you should do then is to pop your buttons on, because it just makes life easier. But for today, I've put the buttons on just to show you what he's going to look like. So a piece of background fabric measuring 4.5 inches by 6.5 inches. And then I've drawn the gingerbread man, and he can be really rough, really random, like a naive drawing that you perhaps would have done as a child. I just think it makes it more fun. Don't get too stressed out about what he looks like. Alternatively, there's probably lots of templates online that you could use. So I've drawn him out, and then I've put my Bonder web over the top and I've traced it onto the Bonder web. And you trace on the paper side, and it's the glue side that is down. So I've traced it. And then I've cut it out, and you can see here that I've rough cut it, so I haven't cut on the line. And the reason for that is I'm going to cut it on the line once I've put it on the fabric. I'm going to use this sort of goldy one, so he's going to be a light coloured gingerbread man because this one's slightly well done. So on the back of your fabric, I'm just going to give that a little iron a moment. So on the reverse of your fabric, you're going to put your Bonder web with the smooth side looking at you and the glue side down onto the wrong side of your fabric. And then you're just going to press that in place. And then I'm going to cut him out. And this time I'm cutting on the line. And as I say, it doesn't have to be perfect. If you think about the gingerbread men that you buy in the shops, they're never a perfect shape, are they? So I'm just going to cut him out all the way round. On the line, or as near to the line as I can. And then once I've done that, I'm just going to get a pin to break the back of the paper. So just break the back of the paper very carefully with a pin. Peel off your Bonder web. And then I'm going to press him onto this piece of fabric. So what I tend to do to make sure I've got the middle is I just finger press it in half, so I know that that's roughly the middle of the fabric. And then I'll pop him on there. I'm actually going to just trim a bit off that leg because I think that leg's a little bit bigger. Not that it matters that much, but I'm just going to trim a little bit off. to try and even it up a bit. Pop him on there. And what I need to make sure is that I'm leaving enough of a gap either side for the seam allowance, that he's not too far to the edge. And then I'm going to press him on like that. And then you can either blanket stitch by hand, or if your sewing machine's got an applique stitch like this one has, you can applique him on, or you can do free motion to put him in place. And that's all you need to do. You can decorate him if you want to, but as I said, I would leave that until the very end. So that is block 2, and that is so simple. So as always, have fun, and I look forward to seeing you next month for the next block of the month.